Testing. Seems to work. Alright, we're gonna give this like maybe 2 or so minutes just to wait for some people to come in here, and then we're gonna start off. So, yeah. That'll be pretty cool. This is wrong. Okay. Shut up, demon. Alright, cool. Duke is not late. That is a fantastic start. No, you're actually not late. We only started like 1 or 2 minutes ago. We're mainly just, it's been, 2 minutes ago. We're just waiting for people to come in. And then once people are in, we can start this off, which will be pretty epic. I hope my audio's coming in alright. I was originally going to stream from this thing, which was about to work until OBS wouldn't install, which is kind of stupid because, well, there's no reason for it not to. I mean, macOS is stupid, so I started off by installing a disk file, which didn't work. It was like, it's corrupted. So then I tried a BitTorrent, it doesn't work. So, whatever, we were just streaming from the regular computer. So, yeah. Yeah, basically, well, so I'm gonna get into this in like a minute, so, yeah. Alright, well, anyway, welcome everyone to another live stream. I'm Charlie, and tonight we're going to be recapping my Macintosh TV logic board. Now, this thing has been way overdue. I think it's been like a while. This thing's been broken for almost a year now because, like, about a year or so ago, I took the board out of the Mac TV while it was working to recap it, and I never got around to ordering new caps, and it sort of sat in my room on my desk. And then I tried it again like a few months before moving, and it didn't work. And I've tried cleaning it, doesn't work. I tried everything, doesn't work. The Mac TV itself still works. With another board in it. So I tried it with the Color Classic board and it works. Hard drive works, analog components work. I don't know about the floppy drive. I haven't tried the floppy drive because I think Color Classic board has a defect with the floppy drive, with the floppy controller or whatever. And I remember right before the Mac TV died, the floppy drive stopped working again, which I think is due to the board issue. And the CD caddy has never worked in the Mac TV, which is another thing we're going to be doing, because apparently CD caddies also have to be recapped, which is interesting. It's something I've never known. And this one's so bad that this cap here is missing. It's literally gone. Never seen it in my life. And then these two caps here, these pads, or actually these two caps, because they fell off while I was taking it apart, and I just sort of touched them while I was trying to sort of get the values off of them, and they literally just fell off from corrosion, which is kind of nice. Surprised how dead the chat is, but people will eventually show up, so yeah. And then also the Mac TV has an added bonus of this TV tuner card, which is wonderful because it's got a bunch of these tiny little shithead caps on here, which are going to be really fun to get rid of and put on. I think there's about this tuner board has more caps than the actual board and the CD caddy combined, which is quite nice. You got a cap down here, 2 here, 1 here, and then like God knows how many here. So yeah, there's like this entire daughter board here that's sort of just soldered on here with all these caps. And I would replace this just to save me time, but I don't have replacements and don't think you can buy replacements, so whatever. And then, of course, the TV tuner, which I don't know how I get into those, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't need caps, but whatever. Anyway, so, yeah, a lot of caps indeed. Evening, Henry. I do have caps. I have all the caps ordered. We're going to actually do this properly. I have bags and bags of capacitors. These are all for the board, and for the caddy, and for the whatever, and one thing I did right about this is that these are all actually surface mount tantalum capacitors, which is quite nice because tantalums are better and they last longer. And they don't fail as often, but when they do fail, they sort of blow up. I decided to go with tantalums because I don't want to replace these. I mean, at least on the Mac portables, I went with electrolytic caps mainly because I just wanted to keep them, keep the original look, which I kind of wanted to do with this, but then I'm like, you know what, it's already bad enough, I might not. And obviously, original looking caps for the CD caddy is totally pointless because no one ever takes it out, so I just decided to go all in. So, yeah, I mean, we got a bunch of caps in here. I hope they're all correct. I ordered these from Distrelect, which is a Swiss site that actually sells capacitors, so now I have a new supplier for caps and shit. I got Aiden in here, that's pretty neat. Yeah, the values are all written on these. There's multiple caps per bag, so yeah, cool. That's and they all seem to have stuff in them, which is nice, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so yeah, we're gonna actually get into this. I'm gonna turn on the soldering iron. I'm gonna put it at 350 with a chisel tip. Actually, chisel tip for yeah, sure, why not? Oh yeah, so something that was sort of putting me off from this is this flux. This is Amtech flux, and this is the exact flux that I had before moving, but for some dumb reason I didn't bring my old tube of flux. So I had to buy a new one. For some reason the new one didn't come with any of the, you know, it didn't have the pusher and it didn't have the nozzle, which is really stupid because this is just a plastic thing you sort of take off. But luckily, on Wish, which is a site I never really use often, I was actually able to find these two pieces that I needed. And the way I was able to do that was I just bought a giant pack of like these syringe pieces and syringes and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's nice. My computer died, or I'll be on earlier. Weren't all my staff members supposed to get chat? Oh yeah, right. So I'm gonna give staff members chat mod. That was something I forgot. So you can be a mod, you can be a mod, you can be a mod, and you can be a mod. If I forgot anyone, just let me know. I think I gave everyone mod. Yeah. So, yeah, so basically these are all, yeah, so this is just all the pieces that I need. So that comes off like this, and that screws on like this, and that goes on, that comes off, this comes on, and now I have perfectly functioning flux. Yeah, I bought some flux and it didn't come with the pusher thingy. Yeah, so the pusher thingy is kind of so this pusher thingy, I needed this as well. It's like kind of crucial. On Wish, I can send you the link later, but they sell like a big pack, a $4 pack of like 3 of these empty syringes and a bunch of these different size nozzles and pusher thingies. And I only bought that pack just for this stuff. I can send you the link to that when we're done with this because this actually works quite well. So yeah, that's what I've done. I have this piece of wood so it doesn't melt my mat, so I don't melt the mat with the hot air station. Oh, Luke's here. I need to give him mod too. Shut the fuck up, demon. Yeah, my demon sister. Yours came with the nozzle thing. Okay, so that might be, so it might just benefit you just to find this piece. This is a 10 cc size syringe. So my suggestion would be to just look up 10 cc syringe, buy it, and then just take the nozzle bit when you get it, and then the rest of it can go in a bins in like a drawer somewhere for later use. I don't know. That's what I went with mine. So nose nozzle. So, yeah, cool. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get on with starting the recap. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the CD caddy board. This is the least most valuable board of the bunch, mainly because, I mean, this is the same board that a lot of old Macs use and CD caddy, so it's relatively easier to source than the other two, which are only exclusive to the Mac TV. So we're going to start off with those just in case I fuck something up, because I haven't done this in like maybe like half a year. I haven't recapped something, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, but anyway, since this is a common board, I'm going to be looking at Bruce's recap guide, which kind of helped me with buying caps, because I think this cap was missing from the board. So it's good to know that that's the same one as that. So I know this board used a few caps. I just have to look them up first. 47 6 volt, 4.725. So I need 100.63. No. 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 106.3. So it should be these ones? Yeah, these ones. So 106.3. I also need 47 16s. That's 4.7, 10, 1, 25. No, wait. No. 47 16s. And then 10 16s. No. That's 1. No. 10 16s. Okay. I think that's all of them. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to quickly just recheck. So 100 at 6.3. Yes. 47 at 16. Yes. And 10 16. Yes. Okay. So I got all the caps that I need. I'm going to go back to the chat. Welcome, Simon. Thanks for joining. I think what I'm going to do is I want to do a split screen, isn't it? Like, no, that's... How do you do split screen on Mac? Because on Windows, it's Windows key arrow. Maybe Option? No. Control? No. FN? They don't have split screen on Mac? Kill yourself. Who thought of that? Whatever, I'll just do it the old-fashioned where you move it and resize it manually. Ugh, imagine doing that. I'm not over talking. Okay, well that should work. I just need to see the chat. Very good. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put this here. Okay. So, I'm gonna put these to the side. Need to turn on my fan. Actually, I'm not gonna turn on the fan yet because I don't really need it. Okay, so for the game plan, I think what we're gonna start off with is these caps here. There is a chip here that needs to be removed. Oh, I'm gonna. Okay, so all right, so starting off, I think we're gonna start with these three, which seem like the hardest on the board, mainly because they're close to these plastic components. I think what I'm gonna start off with doing is taking off this chip because it seemed like the most. The fuck was that? Oh, the toothbrush. I thought that was the one shock, but okay. So I'm gonna start off with this. This is just a chip, this Sanyo chip. I'm gonna take this off because it's kind of in the way. I know it won't be that much better, but it will be slightly better. Can you shut up? Jesus Christ. Is that a Galaxy fan? No, it's a Home Tech fan, which means something. The fans are weird. This chip is annoying. I don't have one of these dedicated chip removers because I don't know why. Just stupid, but whatever. Got it. Alright, so that can come off. I don't know, hope I remember what orientation that goes in. Sure it won't matter. Yeah, it makes it slightly better. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing with this is... Okay, so basically what I do with these is I have these blades and springs, and what you do with these is you sort of make like a little barrier that'll sort of prevent the hot air from melting things that you don't want to be melted. So for example, this chip socket is going to be very prone to melting if I don't cover it up properly. So what I'm going to do is just cover it up like this. Yeah, You can also cut yourselves with these if you're not careful, which is kind of what they're designed for originally, but you can use life hacks to make your own. Yeah, the cap juice is getting all over this. That's how bad this is. I have to clean that up. That's gross. That's really gross. Yeah. I don't even know if we'll be able to fix this, but whatever. We're gonna try it out. Okay. So, and then there's also these two things. Not exactly sure what they do, but I'm gonna cover those up as well because they're made of plastic, and we don't want plastic to melt. And there's one empty spot here that we're also just gonna protect for good measure. Perfect. So this is what you want to do now. So the caps are right here. So what I'm going to do now is I don't actually remember what temperature to put my hot air station at. So we're just going to put it at something. Where are my tweezers? Here they are. What you want to do with this is you want to sort of have it here and then you sort of pick them out. And then they sort of just pop out. All right. Turn on the fan so I don't breathe in cancer. Literally cancer. And yeah, we're gonna get this started. I'm gonna put it at like 230 Celsius, around that. I suggest 600. 600 seems a bit extreme. Even in America, that's pretty bad. Well, mine's at 230, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Start this off. Airflow, I believe, is at max. So, yeah. Might help if I tilted the fan up a bit. It's only the fumes that we're worrying about. I'm gonna put the temperature up to 300. This is even hot. It is hot. How long is this supposed to? Oh, it's coming out. Yeah, first cap. First cap of 2021. Very epic. Okay, so 300 is the temperature we want to do. I didn't miss this smell. Okay, so those hard caps are out. So I think there's one more cap that I need to do. Oh cool, didn't melt anything. That's nice. Yeah, it smells like dead fish. Ew. Nah. It's gonna smell like dead bodies in my room for a while. One more cap over here. Got that. And bada bing, bada boom. That's out. We got a few more caps over here. I don't think these ones will need any protection because they look all right. Hope you guys can see this. We're gonna do, okay, so there's two caps here and one cap there. I don't think these need protection. So you get to see the action close. Making noise. That means it's ripe. Ripe for picking. Oh, there she goes. She's ripe. Get out of here. Be gone with you. Slut. Got it. Another one. Actually, I am going to protect that thing. That looks prone to melting. Yeah, watch out for the Molex connector. No, it's a bit far, so it looks fine. You aren't lifting pads, right? No, I'm not lifting pads. I don't think so. No, I'm not. As long as they're still shiny. Okay, that one's done. I think there's one, oh, sorry. And then I think there's one more, this one. This one needs to go. It's a little small one. Little boy. Little boy, get out of here. Child. Got it. Cool, alright. So, that is all the caps done. So, okay, so 300 degrees is the good temperature that we want to be using. For some reason the hot air station gives a bit of time to shut off, but whatever. Okay, so that's off now. I can hear myself think. Actually, let's take a look at the board for damages. None of the pads are lifted, which is nice. Something I do want to note is that they are really crusty, and that's actually from caps, not me. What a surprise, but anyway. Yeah, so there's these 4 caps here. I don't know if these pads here are lifted or not. I didn't take that off. That cap was already missing. I don't know about these ones either. Those 2 fell off. I think these 2 are fine, but these 2 might not be. I can't tell. I think that one might actually be. These 2 are fine. These 2, I don't think that goes to a cap. These 2 are fine. And these 2 are fine. Okay. So what we're going to start off doing is cleaning. The camera's like all out of focus. Okay, perfect. We're going to start off with... we're going to start off with the classic rubbing alcohol. We're just going to basically try to get off all this old cap juice, because that's probably what's causing the board problems. Yummy. That's delicious. I'll save that for later. Yeah, this all wipes off pretty well. I think these 2 pads are gone. Some of this is eaten away. I need a trash can. Get on with you. I'm just going to do spray it directly. Or at least this area is all gross. That can go. This can go. A lot of these are really gross. Most of this board is actually kind of gross and sticky. All the caps are up in this area of the board, though. There are no caps down below, which is interesting. Remember you listed your Mac TV on eBay? Oh yeah, we pranked you. I put it up for $200, and I pranked you with Pug, and we said that I said that he bought it. That was fun. I think what I'm going to do is actually flip this thing up now. I don't think I will. But, that was interesting. Weird time. Back when it actually worked. I wish it worked, which is kind of what the point of this is. So why am I doing the CD caddy first? I want the Mac TV working. The CD caddy has never worked, and I've barely survived, but, whatever. I can do some more cleaning. I think most of this is as clean as it's going to get. I think the biggest obstacle we're going to go through is cleaning up the pads with the solder. Let's get to that now. Alright, now we're going to get to my favorite part, which is the actual cleaning with the solder wick. So I have solder wick, which is the same stuff that I had in America. I found it, and then I'm like, oh, that stuff kind of worked the last time. I'll buy it again. We have regular solder. We have this, which is magnet wire, and what this is for tracer pairs. I bought some of this. This I never had originally when I was in America. I don't know if we're gonna need it. We might. So yeah, I also don't have a multimeter with continuity, so that might be a problem. And then of course flux. So I think what I'm going to start off with is actually cleaning up the pads. I think I'm going to start with these ones over here because they're the least most obnoxious to clean up. We're gonna start with these. Yeah, it works. Cool. My solution, my wish solution worked. That's nice. I think we will have to use the the trace repair shit. So that'll be fun. I wish this fan was a bit quieter. It's kind of loud. A bit like my last one. It's a bit unnecessary for what I'm using it for, but whatever. Where can I find that wire for trace repair? I found this wire on Amazon. This is basically 0.5 millimeter magnet wire. For some reason, it's 2,000 meters long, which is a bit excessive, so this is all you'll ever need in a lifetime. But yeah, 0.5 millimeter magnet copper wire. Copper magnet wire, that's what this is. And I haven't tried it out yet, but this is the same shit that Bruce uses, so it should be fine. Oop, my lamp. Yeah, so without further ado, let's actually get to cleaning up these pads. My workbench is a mess. Move these caps over here. I hate wires on soldering stuff. One day I hope there'll be a wireless soldering iron. That'd be nice. That's the one thing I wish could be wireless in my entire life. So, yeah. Alright, let's actually get to this. So we're gonna get the solder wick out. No, here, so what you do first actually is you actually add some solder onto the pads, and then what you do is you remove it with the wick. And it seems counterintuitive, but it actually cleans it up a bit better, so. Yeah, melting solder. And also, using a chisel tip with soldering stuff is actually a lot better because it dissipates heat more, but if you're trying to be more precise, then use the better tip. So, yeah. I'm also going to get the solder wick out. Where is that? It's over here. So I'm going to use some of this. Yum. Yummy. Forgot how delicious this smells. Don't breathe this. I think that pad is totally gone. Oh yeah, I can see the white stuff underneath. I might have to put this up to like 400. Cool. My last soldering station had a dial instead of buttons. And I don't know if I preferred the dial a bit more than the buttons. I kind of like the more analog feel of the dial. But the buttons are a bit easier to get to like a precise temperature, because I remember always fiddling with the old one to get the exact temperature I wanted, which is normally a bit difficult, but yeah. Yeah, I think these pads are totally gone. They're like burnt off, ew. Alright, let's try these ones then. Yeah. Those, why do they look like that? I think I'm doing something wrong. Is this too hot? Am I burning them? Gas-powered soldering stations also exist for remote use. No, but I mean like the actual iron itself is on a wire, which is kind of annoying. So I wish they were wireless, because that'd be nice, because you don't have to deal with a wire. And when you're piloting a really hot piece of metal, the last thing you want is a really annoying wire to get in your way. It's exactly what this is doing. I think I'm doing something wrong with this. I don't know, man. All these pads seem dead, and even the ones that didn't seem that dead. Or maybe this is just really badly corroded. Okay, these ones aren't corroded. Okay, that's relieving. But I do think there is a bit of cap lag in the way. I think that got rid of it. Yeah, those are out. Okay, so those are fine. Okay, so those are two good pads. I think the rest of them are kind of bad. Can you guys even see this? Gas ones are technically wireless, but you gotta use it outside. That's interesting, but yeah, anyway, so I'm over here on the board. Let's see. I don't know why it doesn't focus that well. Yeah, so I'm on these two right here. So these two here look nice, which is relieving because the rest of them look really bad. I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong. I think I'm going to add some more solder to these just to clean them up. Ah, the joys of old computers and the disgusting caps. And these pads look fine. Where are my scissors? Because I'm going to need to cut this off, cut this apart in a second. Where are they? Fuck, where are my scissors? Damn it. Hold on a second. That, oh, there we go. Alright, back here. Wheels are getting in the way. Fucking desk, okay. Alright, right now we're over here. Wires getting in the way. I think I was gonna cut this off. This is already gone. Done for. Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah. Alright, so how's everyone doing tonight, by the way? I haven't asked that. So I hope everyone's doing well. It's a nice night here, I guess. It's typically cloudy. That's what you expect when you live in a country like this. Not particularly sure why these pads are all bad looking. Maybe I didn't clean them enough. I mean, now they're kind of gross looking, so I think I am just going to take some alcohol with them anyway. Explain. Yeah, bet Duke's probably bad because school is tomorrow, so that's nice. Or maybe he's having a problem with the iMac and iBook he just got. So, yeah. Just clean this up. I mean, those pads are starting to look nicer. I think I just didn't clean them enough. Because I see some shininess. Maybe I'll just clean them up a bit more. I'm doing well after clearing out my desktop for those little critters. Yeah. I mean, viruses or like actual bugs. If it's actual bugs, then that's gross. That was fine. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to continue the cleaning. Those pads are fine. I think I'll just clean them a tiny bit more. Add some solder onto them. These. Might be that this isn't at a high enough temperature. I'll put it on like 450. So, yeah. These pads are not nice looking. Just kind of annoying. So This whole thing should have been recapped like 2 years ago when I bought it, but too bad I wasn't recapping 2 years ago. I think this tip might actually be kind of dirty as well. Let me try cleaning this off. That's going to be better. These are quality tips from Amazon. Quality is in asterisks. These are probably really shitty tips, but I just don't know. Time to wick. Yes, I'm starting with the small cap area here. This is the only small cap. The rest of them are like regular size. On the real Mac TV board, there are 2 small caps, 2 regular ones, and then like 1 big one. Kind of interesting. I think that needs to be clean. Wish I had an area to dip the Q-tips in instead of spraying them each time. So maybe I'll just spray it on the desk. Just dip it in. Yeah, smart. So good at that. That works. Cool. Did yours come with a wire tip cleaner on the iron stand? Yes, it did, and I've been using it. So, yeah, and it sort of works, but not really. So, yeah, like I'm using it right now. Mine does come with it, yeah. Okay, so that's fine. I'm gonna put some flux on that. These pads are starting to look better. Well, I mean, at least these ones. I don't know about the other ones. The other ones are questionable. And so is the quality of this wick, which I'm not sure is very good either. Kind of just want to do the board. I don't really feel like doing this thing anymore. I want to do the board because I want the satisfaction of like turning it on when the stream ends, like near the end of the stream, and just saying, "Wow, it works! That's awesome." Which I kind of want to do instead. It's been nearly an hour, and I haven't really made any progress with this. Most of these tips are kind of, I mean, these pads are kind of bad. So, yeah, okay. You know what? I think we're gonna just move on to the Mac TV board itself. I don't really feel like doing this. I'll do this off camera maybe, or come back to it during the stream if we decide to go for that long, but yeah, I mean, some of these pads are questionable. Wait, let me get this in the light, but like for example, look at these over here, like this one in particular. This one over here didn't have a cap on it, which is why it looks so nice, but down below, that one's kind of gross looking. You have this one over here, which just looks all corroded. I don't even think there's any metal on there anymore, but you can tell it's not very nice looking. Yeah, otherwise, I think I'm just gonna sort of clean this off, and we're gonna move on to the main board, because I think that'll be more interesting. Fucking caddy. And then I'll deal with this some other day. Probably later this week or some point this week. By myself. Where I can concentrate a bit more. Okay, so that's done. That's done. Move that to the side. Yeah, let's move on to the main board. Now this board actually has not too many caps on it, which is nice. Which is kind of why I should start with this. And since I'm confident in taking caps off, I'm confident doing this. So, this is a Mac TV board. Some interesting things to note about this board are it has composite inputs on the back, built in, which is actually one of my favorite parts about it, is that you can hook up like an old game console to it. It doesn't have any expansion slots. This is for the TV tuner, and this is actually on a PDS slot. This is actually like an inverted PDS slot. So as in, like, this is what a PDS slot should look like. Only this is the TV tuner and it slots in like this, which is interesting because I've never seen this before. Apple never did this on any other computer, which is kind of cool. So yeah, well, that's the Mac TV board in a nutshell. It does actually have mostly tantalum caps on here. Like there's 2 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. But then of course there are the electrolytic caps which are over here. So there are 2 caps here. There's a big cap here, a little cap here, and another little cap here. So we're gonna start off with the big one and the small one because those seem to be easiest to get to. But what I think I'm gonna do first is take a picture of it so I have a reference. I might end up doing an alcohol bath. I think I did a soap bath, a soapy water bath on this, which actually, the soapy water bath fixed the color classic, but the regular bath, the same soapy water bath did not fix this thing, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. And yeah. I'm gonna take some pictures of the caps. I'm pretty sure I think if I remember correctly, tantalum capacitors have like opposite polarity. Where essentially, if the polarity rating is the black bars on the right side of an electrolytic, it's the left side on a tantalum, if I remember correctly, which I'm pretty sure it is. So, yeah. Once you get one, you're gonna hook up a DVD player. All right. We'll see when you get one because they're all incredibly overpriced at the moment. Yeah, we're gonna start off with this area over here. I'm going to move the board like so you guys can see it better. And yeah, let's get to the hot air station. Let's get to the gun. So, yeah. Should I be, yeah, I'm going to guard this. Well, yeah, I'm going to guard that. Yeah, I'll do it like this. That, okay. Alright, we're gonna start this up. Tweezer's ready. You guys can see. We're starting with the big boy. Big boy. Come on, your time has come. Time for you to go, boy. Slightly wiggly. You must wiggle some more. Surrender your organs, boy. It is the opposite, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Big boy is gone, not even a sound. Next up we're going to do the small one. That's dead. Sort of flew all over the place. Let's do this one. That one's gone. Okay, so those 2 are gone. Those 3 are gone. And it's actually not too dirty underneath. A lot better than I thought. So that's nice. But I have cleaned this board multiple times because I did care for it while it was dead and alive. I burn myself on the spring. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. unfortunate for me. There are two other things here. I want to put a divider up here as I want to damage the, I think that, is that video RAM or regular RAM? I think it's regular RAM. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Two more caps. Start with the lower one. Come on. Your time has come. Your time has come. It's time for you to surrender. It's moving. Be gone with you. Oh, both of them came off. That was nice. 2-for-1 special down here at the Mac TV board. Very nice. Okay, so that's all the caps. Awesome. Alright, so that's all the Mac TV caps gone. Nice. Don't want to touch that too long. It's probably hot. Like this. Okay, cool. So those are done, and wow, those do not actually look that bad. Oh, but one of the pads for one of the pads for the big cap is like half gone because I can see underneath it, which isn't a good thing. So we're gonna clean this up. Yeah. So we're gonna start with this area. Q-tip and alcohol. I'm gonna spray some bullshit on this. I don't feel like this will be my alcohol pan that I can dip in. Perfect. Yeah, these do not actually look bad. I don't see any broken traces underneath, or at least not to the naked eye. I feel like this might actually just be a regular cap failure, as in like the board is fine, but the caps are not. Quite nice. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, not bad at all. That's very nice looking. Clean a bit more. The only concerning piece I see is one of the traces mostly just by the big cap, but one of the traces by the big cap is slightly gray, but it seems to still be connecting. It just looks like the coating is gone. The rest of the area looks quite nice. Yeah, and the pads all seem nice. And then over here, it's just spotless. I don't see anything. So, yeah, definitely no really major shit, but cap is big day confirmed. Precisely. Middle school humor. Whatever. Okay, so, this little big cap. I don't know if I think that entire pad has to be done, which is a perfect, and that actually doesn't look too difficult. So this is going to be the perfect time to start trying to use this wire. I've never used this before, attempted a repair with it, so that'll be kind of cool. You know, it's unwinding itself. And this shit is really, like, it's like as thin as a hair. It's very thin. There was a piece of tape holding it together. I think I'm going to get another piece of tape to just sort of hold it together. Where's me scotch tape? Me scotch tape, mate. Mate. Cool. Not surprised Henry didn't stick around, but you know, whatever. He's not into this stuff. Same with Aaron. He's probably asleep, or pretending to be asleep. Okay, so, what we have to do first, I'm gonna just try cleaning up all the pads. Some of the chips, like all the chips have like a very slight bit of corrosion, so they might need reflowing, but I'm just gonna ignore those for now. I'll reflow them if they're still not working. So we're gonna start with these, do some of these nuts. Ha! Got him. Peak comedy. I'm quite the comedian myself, if you haven't noticed. Yeah, so we're gonna start off, ooh, I don't want to touch that. Alright, I hope you can see that. Not really, but trying to make this as close as possible. It's annoying because the screen that shows me the direct feed from the camera is behind me, because in front of me I just have the other computer. I'll just look at the stream, but there is some latency, which is kind of annoying when setting the camera. Alright, I have to turn on the fan. I'd much rather have this be, I should have maybe like cannibalized a PC fan or something, rather than like using an actual fan. Should I put like flux on the tip? Because for some reason nothing's sticking to it. Why is there no solder sticking to my tip? What is this? The solder does not. Oh my. Oh fuck. Damn it. Fucking cunt. Where are my tweezers? My tweezers just disappeared. They disappeared. Awesome. How stupid am I? Oh, they're over here. Increase the heat, really? From 450? Alright, we're doing 500 then. Actually, it only goes up to 480. It goes up to 480, so this is max heat. Clean the tip. Alright, let me put in the tip cleaner then. What? Kind of oxidized. Push all the way down. There's some kind of liquid at the bottom. Oh yeah, I forgot. Cool. As you can see, I'm quite the professional myself. That is making a difference. But slightly. Yeah, I guess that'll be fine. Actually, that pad actually seems fine. It's sort of rebuilding itself. Wow, these pads look very nice. Cool. I call this great success. Need more flux. Apparently there was a guy, I met this guy on another Discord server who said he doesn't use flux because it makes too much of a mess. So I'm like, okay, that sounds fun. So it's all just dry and shitty. You solder it? Resin will not solder smooth if dirty. Yeah. He's a madman. Yeah, I know. I mean, I do see where he's coming from. Flux is kind of annoying because it does sort of make everything gross. But, oh, that's so awesome. The pad here that was kind of worn down kind of fixed itself. So that's nice. That saved me some time of figuring out the wire situation. That looks good, actually. Oh, I forgot about that one over here. There's another plate. There's another little boy over here that needs fixing. Okay. Now it's 6 ohms. That's nice. Alright. I wish we could have a conversation, although I'm not exactly sure what to talk about. I guess. Well, what should I do first when this thing is... What should I do first when I real man ejaculate flux? I didn't see that at first, and I'm sort of laughing at it. That's funny. Real men ejaculate flux. Sounds like a Manscaped commercial or something. One of those manly commercials. Only real men ejaculate flux. Oh yeah. Not sure why more people didn't show up. I know Aaron's probably sleeping or jacking off to his fake boyfriend, and Henry's playing Forza or simping for his ass down. But, I mean, to each their own. I'm gonna continue cleaning these by just adding a bit of solder to each of the pads again. Can never be too clean. Very nice. Those are nice looking pads. And now we remove the flux again. You want when you're putting the caps back on, you don't want to have any solder on the pads themselves. You want them to be perfectly flat. Otherwise, when you apply the capacitors, they'll be all slanted and sideways. Like one side will be higher than another, which looks really dumb and bad. So you want to make sure that there's like absolutely no solder left on these pads when you're done, or at least for it to be flat. I mean, you want the pads to be silver, so yeah. And it looks very nice that way. Cool. I don't think Apple in '93 ever anticipated some random loser like me to be repairing their failed Mac TV that didn't sell well at all. This might be one of the worst selling Apple products other than the Pippin of all time. Never mind the Pippin. What are they thinking? Although I would like a Pippin. A Pippin would be cool. That's up there on my list. Although it's not something I would go out of my way to get unless I was feeling it. I mean, a black Pippin at least. I believe they made them in like a dark gray or something. That'd look really cool with the Mac TV. It'd be the perfect couple, the failed brother and sister. So like, I wouldn't make them a couple. I'd make them. Glad I have a fan though. That those fumes would be super irritating. Otherwise. Yeah, cool, those pads look done. I'm just going to clean them off with alcohol real quick, and then we'll move on to the last two cap areas on this board. We've been streaming for about an hour now, which is pretty sick. Sick as frick. Can't believe the Mac TV is something I haven't recapped. I remember Mac TV is probably my longest overdue cap failed computer, because I've been procrastinating so long, mainly because I was too scared to do it myself. And eventually, when I did build up the confidence, I was distracted with other computers like the portables and whatever. And I was planning on doing it, but then I got lazy and I didn't. So yeah. Yeah, the JLPGA PowerBook is another one I really want, because that one just looks cool. It reminds me of yeah, Luke, look it up. It's basically this multicolored PowerBook something. It's basically a PowerBook, I think, what is it, a 140, 160 or so? And it's basically got all these multicolored panels. It's a bit like that Volkswagen Golf they released in the 90s, and it looks really cool. And they made only a few of them, like what was it, 50 of them, and they were given out as prizes for people for this Japanese golf tournament, and they go for way too much money. A 170, yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, they're quite cool. Look it up. They're very cool, but they're very rare. Only in Japan though. So yeah, it's pretty cool though. Very interesting. Very interesting machine. Something I'll probably never get. They're quite expensive, but it would be cool. Okay, we're gonna go to these two caps now. There were 500 made. Ah, cool. I'm sure a few of them were recycled because rich people. Or maybe they're just kept as like trophies. I mean, they are basically trophies because only human active golf tournament winners, which is quite cool. I think they're really cool things. But then Aaron's like, so useless. I get a 180C or something because he doesn't care about cool factor or history. He just cares about functionality. Because really, who uses Vintage Max anymore? Am I right? This capsule. I mean, these pads are looking very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Great success. What movie are we watching this week on movie night? I think it was Borat 2, which is a very good one, which is only available on Prime Video, which I happen to have, so we'll be watching on that. That's going to be pretty fun. And if it doesn't work, we'll just pirate it, because why not? Little I'm not actually a Nazi, I'm just quoting this funny short I watched on Adult Swim once, which is kind of fun. There is also a JLPGA PowerBook 145 that had a leather rear housing. Oh yeah, that one. Those ones were super rare though. They made less of those, I believe, or it wasn't as popular because I know they're harder to find or harder to come by. Watch, he just says there were 1,000 made instead of 500. I'm just being an idiot. Should we do movie night on Monday as well? Actually, yeah, we should do movie night on Monday because we want to do it twice a week just so we can get more movies through. Because we have a whole list of movies now. Spaceballs is on that list, so double epic. But yeah, double movie night would be cool. And for those watching, wondering what we're talking about movie night, on my Discord server we do something now called movie night, which is normally every Wednesday. We're figuring out new times. And yeah, basically what we do is someone streams a movie and everyone watches, and we just have a jolly little time. It's pretty fun. So yeah, if you want to come watch a movie, come down to movie night and suggest a movie for everyone to watch and watch it yourself. So yeah. Alright, cool. Those pads look perfect. I think that's a success. A great success. Great success. Every Monday and Wednesday. I think we might actually do that, Aiden. That's a good idea. Because we want a time where everyone's available. I think Aiden's like the only compromise that we always have to deal with in terms of like whatever. Oh, you know what would also be a cool one to do is a Grand Tour special because Top Gear, the creators of Top Gear remade a show called the Grand Tour, which is a pretty cool show. Although they kind of ended it and they're only doing specials now. But they recently did a special. I forgot what it's about, but I haven't watched it yet, and I think that would be a cool one we could do for movie night as well. So yeah, that'd be fun. I bet if someone asks Henry, he'll give you all the details about that. He's a Top Gear fanatic. I mean, I love Top Gear as well. Don't get me wrong. Madagascar? I think it was Madagascar. Yeah. We should stream Top Gear and the Grand Tour once we finish the queue. Maybe. Well, I mean, streaming the entirety of Top Gear and the Grand Tour. I mean, every episode of the Grand Tour is an hour long, and there's 3 seasons. No, there's about 3 or 4 seasons, and each of them has 10 episodes, 10 to 11 episodes. And they're each an hour long, so it's gonna be a bit hard. It's gonna take up multiple movie nights to stream that whole thing. So I think we were originally just gonna keep it to movies. I mean, a Top Gear / Grand Tour special is essentially a movie because it's like an hour or so long, and it doesn't really have any backstory, which is a lot like what a movie is. So yeah, I think we might just keep it to movies and specials for now. And if we're gonna do shows, we could maybe do something else about that, but I don't know yet. Cool, those pads look perfect. I think we might get to applying the caps now, which will be fun. Perfect, alright. So... Alright, we're going to turn off the fan for a bit. Okay, so what we're going to do now is... that could be on Tuesday. Maybe. I don't know yet. But yeah, okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna get to applying the caps. I have it on my phone, which one is which. I know a few of them are the common caps, and then one of them's a weirdo. So some of these are 4716 volts, which is quite common. Let me look at these. Yeah, 4716, so one of these. Then there's a single, no, that's, one of them is a, because there's that one. One of them is a, I think it was like 100 UF 25 volt. Yeah, it's this one. There's only one of them. So that's that one. And then there's two more. There's two 1016s. No. 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 Probably this one. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we got the caps. Okay, so let's actually get these out and sort of plan this out. Are you going to do a PowerBook Duodoc video for Macintosh still? Well, people kind of like the Duodoc, so I think I'm going to try getting that out by the end of the week. I have to work on it this week, though. It's kind of annoying, so you'll have to get that done eventually. So, yeah. The 1016s are the small ones. There's multiple small ones, but I only need two. So we're just going to take two. Oops. Now, caps ship in these little strands because the way they're like manufactured and produced, they're on these little reels. So they sort of cut them out in strands. So I only need two of them, so I'm going to cut this. That's good. Put the rest of these in here because there's like 5 of them total, so some of those are for another thing. Yeah, Macs use caps in common with some caps in common, which is interesting. So those. There's only one of these. This is a big boy. The big boy. Let's save this with my plastic bag collection. I don't know what I'll do with plastic bags. And then 2 of these. These are really common on old Macs. These are 47 microfarad at 16 volts. And I only need 2 of these. And I have multiple of them because these are actually really common on Macs. If you're observant and you recap Macs a bit, you'll know that these ones are quite common on a lot of old Macs. Like these are on the LC, Color Classic. I saw some on this board here. You'll see them a lot. That's all I really have to say, but yeah. Okay, so we got all the caps here. Now, one interesting thing about the board is that, yeah, something interesting you can tell about the board is that on some of these pads, like the area where the caps go, there's a little box that's sort of highlighted in white. And on the edges of some of them, you can see a little ridge. Now, I forgot if that's positive or negative, but if we look at a cap, caps as well, these electrolytic caps have little ridges on the ends of them on one side, which sort of tells which way it's supposed to go. So, for example, this one's supposed to go this way. So that means that so that means the polarity for the electrolytics is this way, which means the polarity for the tantalums is this way. So what we have to do is, if I can open this, just like maximum big brain skill right here, my monkey brain. So yeah, if I did this correctly, that means that this goes on like these. Yikes! That's how that goes on. Because theoretically that should go on. This is that cap that went here. Because this one goes on like this. So that goes on like that. Because that's where the line lines up. That's perfect. Okay. Alright, so that's done. I want to line these all up so I don't lose them. And just get them out of their little packs. This one does not have a polarity rating. It's very clearly seen, but it's this way. So, put them downwards, sort of. Pretty sure that cap is polarized. Hope it is. And these two. Perfect. Alright, excellent. Okay, so we're going to start off with that one, but what I have to do first is cover these in blocks. So I'll start with the big boy. That's like that, and that's like that. We're going to put the fan on again. Yeah, fan is on. Yeah. Okay, so fan is on. This is a good time. This would be a good time to use the pointed tip, but I'm using the chiseled tip. I might as well try. Should I? Nah, I won't risk it. Don't want to burn myself. You can take them off, but it's annoying if you use like pliers and stuff. There are models of soldering irons that you can, like hot swap tips, which I would like to own, but I don't really know how expensive those are. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do now is the cap on here. That's the polarity rating. That goes here. Oh no, it's blowing the plastic around. That's annoying. So now, just put some. It seems to be cleaned. Clean yourself, boy. That looks clean. Oh my god, this tip is so annoying. I'm mad. Oh, you dick. Cancer. I don't want cancer. Kill yourself. Was this unscrewing? Oh, I think it is. Shit. I'm gonna try. Cool. Okay. We'll try this again. There we go. Now it sticks. Where? Here. I regret using the chisel tip. Or not. caps on. No, don't go out of place. No, fuck. It's not even on. I gotta get the fucking wick out again. Got a stupid tip. Okay, cool, that's done. Cool, you've returned. Welcome back. Why is this tip so dark looking? Is that normal? It's all gross and dark, and I've tried cleaning it multiple times, like how Aiden said, just stick it in there, and it hasn't really cleaned anything. Okay, so now it sticks, I guess. Kind of want to just try a different tip, which I might end up just doing. Yeah, I'll do another tip. I don't want to do that, deal with that thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hot swap it, which is gonna be a pain, but whatever. I need pliers. I'm gonna do the good tip. Okay, so I'm gonna choose a good pointed tip for this. This one looks good. This is the tip that originally came with iron. It looks like this. I don't know why it's turned blue or whatever. It's like this sort of platinum color, which is interesting. Try wiping it in the tip cleaner. Literal hot swapping. Yeah, exactly. No, I mean the tip cleaner on this is like this sort of, however you describe it, it's like this sort of braid, and you're supposed to push it down and clean it like this, but it's not really doing anything. Ew. Oh, man. I want cancer. But yeah, it's not really cleaning it up, so I'm going to try another tip. But not because it's not cleaning up, but also because these chiseled tips are not very good. Because I'm using a chiseled tip. The chiseled tips are better for cleaning the pads, but when you're applying the caps, it's better to have a pointed tip. So I'm gonna swap them out. Ooh, is this thing supposed to be dark? I think this is supposed to be white. I don't remember these being that dark. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be another color. That's interesting. Strange. Okay. I'll go with it then. Okay, new tip on. Shing. This boy back on. This might all be touchable and fine, but I'm not going to risk burning my fingers off. So that would be catastrophic, and no one wants to have their fingers burned unless you're suicidal or whatever. So, yeah, I think I'm going to try cleaning that up after this stream, or tomorrow when it's all like nice and cleaned up. So yeah, okay. Well, let's turn this boyo back on, and let's turn the fan back on. We're gonna try take 2 of this. motherfucker. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna try this again. Big boys right here. That's the polarization strip that goes on like so. Good, good. Solder's here. You see what? This one sticks on way easier. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. We'll just deal with it. Yes, that's the action that we've been missing. A bit more on there. Oh fuck, don't scoot. This isn't even connecting. Get fucked. It's the most vulgar recap ever. Actually, I feel like I've been to worse. I've been to a Bruce stream. Bruce is absolutely like totally vulgar and cursy about things. No, just kidding. Bruce is really, really chill. I think I might have put a bit. That's a bit too much solder. I'm gonna try removing some of that solder for the best because it might be touching a trace. Cool. Perfect. Yeah, that's on there. Epic. And that is the right side and everything. Cool. Okay. Next cap, we're going to do a small one. I'm going to put a little small boy up here. Cool. Everyone died, probably from boredom, but I'm not surprised. I will continue this on my own. That's on. That was easier. Perfect. Let's try another one. This one here. This one is a different orientation than the other two, which could have caught a noob, but I'm not a noob. I am a big brain professional solderer. Recapper, as you will. Part of the big boys. Big boy club. Club penguin. Cool. Awesome. Two more over here that I'm going to get done. And then after that, we can clean it up. We can do the final cleanup and then testing. Whee! Testing is my favorite. I'm actually excited because I haven't seen this thing work in a while. Aiden is returned. Awesome. Bet he's having. What do you do at 3? Lunch maybe? I don't know. Lunch on a Sunday. Sunday lunch. Sounds relaxing. I need to clean this tip a bit now. So that's a cleaner tip. I don't know, maybe those tips are just bad quality, because this is the one that came with the iron and it's actually a lot better. It seems a lot better at least, but I don't know, man. Okay, we're gonna put, that's good. Cool. That's on. Mastergeko4. Remember that shit? I remember that shit. Okay, that one's on. That's good. That one's already fluxed up. Cool, perfect. Those look clean. I'm gonna clean this tip now. That looks clean, put it back. Turn off the fan and clean the board. Stretch a bit. Okay, cool. It's 9:30. We're about an hour and 30 now, which is pretty cool. I got a notification, not sure what that was, but I'm not going to look because I don't care. Okay, we're going to clean this up now. With some Q-tips. When I was in America, I bought this giant 600 pack of Q-tips, and that Q-tips pack of 600 is like half gone now, and I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out. I might have to fly to America just to buy another pack. Well, probably buy another pack while I'm there, because Q-tips are important. Q-tips are essential because shit like this. I know for a fact I'm going to be doing more shit like this in the future. So, yeah, because for some reason Switzerland hates selling things in large quantities, and when they do, like for example, a tub of Philadelphia cream cheese here. In America, the regular size is just nothing, but here they have like a really small micro size. It's like this thick. And then the big one, which is the normal one in America, is called the XXL Maxi Pack. And everything like standard size in America has to be called XXL here, which is really weird, but like who's gonna buy the small one though? Like seriously, what the fuck is that about? Because really, if you're gonna buy cream cheese, you're probably gonna buy a lot of it. So, yeah. I mean, who wouldn't? Master gay. Aiden, more like Gaiden. That's all fine. I'm just gonna clean this up a bit more. Aiden, when are you gonna upload videos? We're waiting. It's like, honestly, we're starting to believe you don't have Macs. We're starting to think. Aaron opened up a theory that you don't have any vintage Macs and you're just faking it. So, yeah, you might want to do something about that. Like, I don't know, maybe start making videos would become neat with your retro tech and stuff, creative fucking username. Probably when I get a car. Well, that'll be in like 5 years maybe. or bless, unless it's, I mean, you already have a shitty car aired to you. The Armade, as I'll call it. This board is almost clean. Scrumptious. Yeah, that looks pretty clean. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a Q-tip and I'm going to cut the end off so it's just a stock. And then cover that in alcohol, because this is better if you want to get into more tight and precise areas. Because it will still do the same sort of cleaning job as a regular Q-tip, because it is still made of paper, so it's just harder and more easier to get into small spaces. Like right now, this is working pretty well. So yeah, that's a life hack for you children of the corn. That looks pretty nice. Oh, you know, it's another movie we can watch for movie night. Cars 2. Even though Cars 2 was a part of my childhood, it was like one DVD that I got and I watched on repeat constantly. Cars 2 apparently was like a really bad movie because even though it's a Disney Pixar movie, there was a lot of guns and shit because it was like a spy James Bond, what the fuck? No, James Bond style movie that was aimed towards kids and had a lot of guns in it and a lot of bullshit, which is why parents complained a lot about it, which kind of made it a meme for a bit. So that could be one we watch. And also, of course, we can't forget the one and only, the B movie, the best movie. B movie, more like best movie. Mostly because of memes. That movie is a meme. B's going to court. Fucking hell, man. Cool. I think that's actually ready to go. I don't see anything wrong. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. I think this thing's fine. Cars 2 was epic. I liked Cars 2, but I don't know how many Karens liked Cars 2. Okay, I think we might actually be ready to test this. So we have all the caps on the main board done. This thing can actually function without the TV tuner, which is nice. Because it is more like just an expansion card. Honestly, I think after this, I might just end the stream if it works. So I'm a bit tired and I just want to get into voice chat. I wonder if people are in voice chat on my server. Probably without me. Which is why the chat is so dead. I'll turn the soldering station off. I don't really need it on. And we are going to move to the floor. Because that is where the Mac TV sits. And that's where it has been sitting for a while. Mac TV. So the board. I want to make sure this board is not wet at all when I put it back in. Or I'll wipe it off with my finger. Cool. Yeah, probably some peeps are in there. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna power this. Is there a power cable? Oh, smart. What am I supposed to? Oh, you know what I could do? I could dethrone the tray-loading iMac that's sitting on my desk at the moment. Because honestly, I don't even have it plugged in. I mean, I wanted to take out an old Mac. And someone was like, oh, take out the tray loader, you never use it. So I did. Heavy bitch. That looks wrong. Mac TV with iMac keyboard. You go on view. To the floor you go. Fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. Move these out of the way. What do I need? I need a keyboard. I don't have the CD caddy in there at the moment for reasons. For one, I was just recapping it earlier. Porn Mac. Yeah. Unfortunately. Okay. I need a mouse, a keyboard cable. Keyboard cable. Oops. Very epic. About to do big boy test. Because we got the mouse. This is a rare sight, an actually complete Mac TV that doesn't have a mismatched fucking ADB cable. Because everyone I see on eBay either has an S-video cable or one of these, but it's beige, which triggers me for obvious reasons. This looks spotless. There's some flux left over, which I'm pretty sure flux isn't conductive, because why would it be? Yeah. So I'm not gonna have it plugged in while I put the board in, because bad things will happen. Okay, that's in. There's no power going to the main board yet. Alright, now for the moment of truth. I'm nervous. This thing hasn't worked properly in almost a year. I just spent like an hour recapping it. Will it work? That is the question. Alright, who wants to place their bet? Who thinks it'll work and who doesn't? Some flux is actually conductive at the moment of truth. If it still doesn't work, I might clean off the flux. Some flux is actually conductive. I mean, it's not that much. I say yes. I say yes. I don't see why it won't work. I mean, neither. I mean, analog components are supposed to work. The screen might take a bit of time to heat up. Or, I mean, some of the analog board does need to be recapped, but not badly. It works. You just have to sort of leave it plugged in for a little bit until it's fine. Same thing, same idea with the Color Classic. One thing that I remember happening with this, or at least recently when I tested it with the Color Classic board, is that the screen will come on and then sort of cut off, like right in the middle of booting. But then you leave it plugged in for a bit longer and it won't do it again. But it's been like that since I bought it. Or got it, I didn't buy it. So yeah, power on. Makes the same noise. Alright. This is nerve-wracking. Okay, no chime. Hear the drive, but inside looks fine. It still doesn't work. It's doing exactly what it used to do. Really? That's dumb. What reason does this have not to work? Maybe the flux. We'll clean off some of the flux. I mean, there's not that much flux, but it shouldn't be that much. It shouldn't be enough to make it go death or make it angry. Don't know what this is. I'm gonna clean this off a bit. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Logan. I need more Q-tips. Precious when mine. When you mine. Water when mine. I'm gonna let the chat fight that one out. Who said it first? I believe it was Logan because I saw him say it first. But can't be sure. Actually, if I put the caps in the wrong way, they would probably blown up or something. I remember I saw a thread where a guy recapped his Mac TV with tantalums, and it worked for a short period of time, but then the tantalums started to get red hot. Like, they were actually, like, red and shiny and, like, bright orange/red, and he unplugged it. And that was because he put them in backwards. And I'm surprised they didn't, like, blow up or something. Because apparently all he did was he just put them back in. They were fine. So that's interesting. They must have been, like, really resistive or something. Resilient, as you might say. I don't know why mine doesn't work, though. That bastard doesn't know half as much as I do about caps, and yet he blocked out unscathed. Not sure why, but... And that was my biggest fear with this recap, is that I put something in wrong and it'd blow up and cause more damage, but no, it just looks like it decides it still doesn't want to work. Don't exactly know why, but, you know, whatever. That should be all cleaned up, isn't it? Yeah, that should be all cleaned up. Like, pretty much all the flex is gone. I mean, a bit of it by this button is... Actually, that does remind me, there's a red button on the board near the PRAM battery, which I think is for a PRAM reset. So I think I might try that next time I plug it in and turn it on. So, yeah. And I think I'm going to put it in front of the fan just to dry it off from the alcohol. I think my next step for this is going to be an alcohol bath. I'm just going to buy like a gallon of rubbing alcohol at the market or something. From whatever pharmacy sells rubbing alcohol. Because apparently rubbing alcohol can't really be easily found in raw form in this country, which is strange. Same with hydrogen peroxide, according to my mom at least, but I haven't looked for myself, so I don't know if she's just lying to sort of suppress my weird fucking hobby, or maybe she's telling the truth. I don't know, man. Cool, that's done. I'll be on with you. I'm gonna turn the fan on at 2 and just blow it. Stop being salty, children. You can be salty in the Discord server, but not here. Refrain from the salt. Wait a minute, I think part of this button is slightly melted. Is the egret chip okay? I don't know exactly what chip that is. What is the egret chip? I don't know what that is. There's an AT&T chip on here. That's neat. 1991. I'm sure this thing was in production for a while. Or, I mean, it was planned for a while. That's the 68030, which looks fine because there's no caps in even close to that chip. I'm gonna get a knife or something and try to cut this button a bit because it controls the startup. Hello, Potato Head. Welcome back. What chip would that be? Try the board in the Color Classic. I think I'm about to. Color Classic's on the shelf, so I'm gonna have to pull it down, which is slightly annoying. So. Okay, alright, so I think before we try the Mac TV board again, I'm going to try the Color Classic board just to totally verify that the analog components are in fact working. This micro boy. Don't ever talk to me or my son ever again. Oh yeah, I forgot. The Color Classic board has this big ass video board on it for dual monitors. That's badass. I love that board. Alright, we're gonna do video card and all in the Macintosh TV. Let's get this shit in here. That's in. B, power on. Alright, power is on. Was above the CPU on my Classic 2. Well, what does the chip look like? Is it square? Is it rectangle? Does it say anything on it? Because above the CPU, or in the vicinity of the CPU, I see the clock crystal, I see a few smaller chips. Most of them are just RAM chips, like Siemens RAM chips, which are interesting. It looks like this. That's the CPU. There's some stuff in that area. Don't know why it's not focusing. Yeah, sorry about the out of focus, but that's what it looks like. Siemens chip? Well, there's multiple. There's a bunch of them. I think that's just RAM, actually, or video RAM. Alright, we're trying to Color Classic board. Alright, so it does chime. And this is the Color Classic board, mind you. Hard drive initializes. Got a picture. Speaker made another noise, which is normal around this point. And, yeah, boots perfectly. I don't know why the color doesn't work. I think that's just from the PRAM battery or something, but it works. Yeah, it's in total black and white mode, which is interesting. Rectangular chip. On the Mac TV board, the only rectangular there's a rectangular Motorola chip in the area. Egret chip. It doesn't say egret on it. It's a Motorola chip XC88916DW55. There's another row of chips that are pretty much the same as that one chip I just said. Almost the same. There's a tantalum capacitor. There's a Philips chip, AT&T chip, clock crystal. Huh. Well, yeah, it works. Sound works and everything. That's the Color Classic board, which is known to be working. Actually, one thing I did want to test is I want to test, to also troubleshoot my Color Classic, is does the disk drive work? Because the disk drive, for some reason in the Color Classic, the disk drive doesn't work. And I'm pretty sure that's not actually the disk drive's fault. I think it's the board's fault. But I want to test that in here. And if it does work in here, then I think it's a wiring issue on the Color Classic. So I want to get a test disk out. So I think for the test disk, we're going to use some Tetris. See if this works. I don't think it will. Yeah, absolutely nothing. So weird. The floppy controller chip on this thing is probably on the Color Classic board is probably bad, but I don't know what chip that is, so it's hard to troubleshoot. But yeah, you put it in, nothing happens. So yeah, out she comes. Cool. All right. I thought the TV floppy drive was dead. No, this floppy drive is fine. It works in the LC, works in the Mac 2, works in everything, except before the TV died, the floppy drive stopped working again, but I think that's the TV board's fault. And the classic board has the same issue where the floppy controller probably died or something, because I don't know why. Probably caps, but I don't know what chip that is, so it's hard to troubleshoot. But yeah, anyway, we're going to do round 2 of testing this board. We're done with the Color Classic board for now, which worked. Don't want to yank on the video board, because the video board has some little capacitors on it that can be easily yanked off if you're not careful. We're going to put that back on the shelf for now. Make sure this is all dry, which it is. Cool. Try that again. Okay, does the same thing. Try putting the board in the Color Classic chassis. That's a good idea. I should try that after this if it still doesn't work. Let's try it. Is it even plugged in? Did I do something wrong? What? It doesn't even power on now? This is staticky for some reason. It doesn't even power on anymore. What the fuck? Maybe an ADB port is bad? Let me try the other ADB port. That's in, that's in. Power on. Okay, maybe an ADB port is bad. That's strange. Will it work though? Shut the fuck up. Stupid. Still doesn't work. That's a pain. Let's try the board in the Color Classic. Now theoretically, if the board in this is working, it should boot on the Color Classic, but the screen dimensions, you see the screen resolution on these larger LC boards, which is what this thing has, is a lot different than the Color Classic board. And even though the Color Classic board will work on this, the Mac TV board will not work on the Color Classic unless it's modified. But it will still show a picture, it'll just look super weird. But hey, I mean, it's worth trying for testing this, for testing purposes, so we're gonna try it out. Small but heavy. The black board looks violated. Power. EDB. Bada bing, bada boom, pow. No chime either. No picture either. Really? Pain in my ass. I know, right? Strange keyboard and mouse situation. That's weird. I don't know what this is, but clearly doesn't work. Try a battery. I don't know if I have a battery. I don't have a battery. There is a button on the board, this red button. I don't know what it does. I'm pretty sure it does a PRAM reset, but I'm gonna try clicking it. I don't think it did anything. Nope, no difference. Well, I am fresh out of ideas. Well, caps are fine. All the traces look fine. Maybe some of the chips need to be reflowed because there's I don't feel like dealing with this tonight. It's been 2 hours now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in the Mac TV board and just let the Mac TV sit plugged in for a while to maybe see if something happens. Otherwise, I'm out of ideas. I don't really know what to say otherwise. Oh, fuck. Alright. How about this? We'll try one more time in the Mac TV and if it doesn't work, we're ending the stream. If it does work, what could possibly go wrong? I have no idea. I don't expect this to work, honestly. Yeah, I think it's dead. I don't know. I think I'll leave it. You know, I'm gonna leave it plugged in and powered, and I'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe that'll do something. Probably not, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. I might send the board to Steve, but I really don't want to because shipping costs, repair costs, whatever costs. Yeah, I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out. Alright, well, I think that'll end tonight's live stream, and I want to thank everyone for coming out. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, do leave a like and subscribe. If you're interested in winning an iBook G4, check the channel. I'm doing a giveaway that's still going on until 1,000 subscribers, and I'll announce the winner. So if you're interested in winning, give it a shot and just leave a comment and subscribe, and that's how you enter. If you're interested in talking a bit more or seeing how this project ends, come join the Discord server, link below, and you'll get some inside looks at my projects and a lot of stuff. So yeah, 2 hours didn't really make it anywhere, but whatever, I'll deal with this some other time. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and have a good night. Goodbye.